Hello! Are you ready to revolutionise the way you travel? In this video, I'm going to share with you our top game-changing travel essentials. And who knows, they may just help you change the way that you travel going forward. I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but every time I start planning a trip, I inevitably end up looking at what's new on Amazon or what's new on as travel essentials go, and end up finding all these shiny new things. In this video, I am going to share with you travel essentials that might tempt you to have a look at them, but it's more about how we travel and how we do it. I try and keep it minimal. We've been trying to pack light for the last few years, and these are the things that help us to either downsize stuff or just keep that compact thinking. I've split this video into three categories. We've got packing and comfort, we've got tech and flying. Everything will be time-stamped and there will be links to everything down in the description below. The Amazon links are affiliate links, but everything else will be just a link. Let's start with packing and comfort and a couple of things that aren't on the Amazon list. And my handbag I have had since 2013, since our very first trip to Europe. It is a Pacsafe, it is a city safe, but it's a design that they don't use anymore. So it's not really relevant, but I love the size. It is versatile, it is easy, it's not excessive, but it was a great size and it will be great next time. The other thing that is new is I'm trying to maximize a carry-on or a personal item on a flight. Still haven't got there, but I have got another new bag to try for that. So because I carry so much tech and everything, we need a bag that will protect the tech and but will be versatile enough for me to be able to put other stuff in it as well. So this bag is another clamshell bag. It's a carry bag. It will slide over the pull-up handle of my away bag. And then once the away bag's checked in, because even though we travel light, we do check our bags through. So we've got as minimal to deal with in the airport as we need to, and just to be comfortable. Packing light for us is more about the on-the-ground experience. Yes, this bag will be quite interesting to see when we use it in February. The other bag that I want to talk about is our away large carry-ons. Phil's had his for quite a while, and because he flies across the country to work every week, he was using it quite regularly. He's now downgraded, and I'll talk about the bag that he actually uses now for his carry-on when he flies to work each week. We really love the sturdiness of the away bag. They haven't let us down yet. One day I might want to get a top opening carry-on just to see the difference in what I can pack and how I can pack it, and you know, just that comparison thing to learn and see if there's a better way to do things. But for now, we've got that, and that's what I'm learning to pack light into. How do we pack light into our suitcase? I have been using packing cubes since we first did a family trip in 2009 to Bali. So back then I bought the biggest packing cubes I could get because I was packing for all of us. I was packing for the kids. We took way too much on those first couple of trips. Yes, packing cubes have been a part of our packing arsenal since the early days. But over the last couple of years, sort of, I guess, from just on when COVID hit, so 2020, I moved to start experimenting with compression packing cubes, and I love them. And I'm going to recommend a couple of lots of packing cubes that we've got that are compression packing cubes in this list. The first ones is I got some of the tripped compression packing cubes. I've got to say these are fast becoming my favourites, and I will probably end up getting a second lot of those. The kit that I bought is specifically designed to fit into a carry-on. The guys at Tripped Travel, they actually pack light, and that is their whole philosophy, that is their whole company. And when they created these packing cubes, this particular lot they've designed with getting them into a carry-on only in mind, and they're fantastic. I just find they're a really good material. They're a nice nylon material. I've got to say, this is my favourite tripped cube. The thing I like about this cube is it's a great size for undies and socks. I just wish they'd sell them separately. Trip to travel, if you happen upon my channel, my tiny little channel, and you see this, can you make like a 3 or 4 pack of these where you can just buy 4 of these as an add-on even to the other kit? They're a great size. You can get them to pack down flat and go in between the handle runners on the bottom of your bag. I love it. I just can't find any more. The other bag I want to share with you is the original packing cubes we got, and they're Bagil. They're a really heavy fabric. They're almost a not really heavy nylon, and they work well, but I did find the tripped ones a little bit better, but as a first alternative and a multi-size, they then will go into a bigger bag if you're looking for them. They'd be a great way to go. Next, I want to talk to you about a toiletries bag. The toiletries bag I'm going to show you, which is becoming my favourite. I've experimented with a lot of toiletry bags over the years. This one is a relatively new investment because I'm still trying to experiment with toiletries bags. I bought this toiletries bag from Big W, which is a local department store here in Australia, and I love it. So I have linked a similar one down in the description below that has mostly the same detailing. I love the size. I love the fact you can squish it down if it's not full and get it into tighter spaces. I'm still trying to figure out how we pack light and pack the toiletries we need. We're not fussy people. I use travel size creams and all of that sort of thing, and that leads us into the next thing, travel pouches. I bought these a couple of years ago and I've just been using them as needed. They're a great size if you don't need a lot of things, or that one's full of cream that we don't use all the time. We just need it as needed, but it is a good thing to have on hand. The next thing I want to talk to you about are zipper clips, and they're anti-theft. I haven't used them yet. These are one of those things that I've bought as a new shiny thing. One of the times recently I fell down the rabbit hole. I think they'll be worth it. They clip on your bag, so they go, one end goes on your zip and the other end goes where it can be anchored, so that it's just a little bit of a deterrent for people to get in. It's, you know, it's just another level of defense, and I'm all for levels of defense. This one, I'm not sure if it's how popular it is, but it's a jewellery pouch. I bought this one at a camping store in Australia a couple of years ago. I can't find it. I don't think it was very popular with them. I think they're a great idea. This one's just got 4 little sections where you can store stuff. This one's a ring one where you can attach your rings and hold them in, and you've got an earring storage and stuff. So I haven't, this again is not available, so I have put a similar one that I could find on Amazon. I've put a link to it. There may be another one that you use. Do you use any of the others? Let me know in the comments below what you think of it, whether it's versatile enough for you. Next, we've got a luggage scale. I don't leave home without it now. This is my second one. Some of my kids gave it to me for my birthday a couple of years ago. It is a game changer. I just love it. I take it with me. For me, it's about reassurance and knowing that you're safe as far as your weights go and all of that sort of thing. And it also, sometimes it's good to know how much weight you're carrying and dragging around with you all the time as well. We pack light and still book through, so averaging about 12 to 13 kilos at the moment in our book through bag. So we've always got plenty of space. We wouldn't need to carry this, but it's also good to check for anything that you are carrying on the plane to make sure that it is okay if you know you're going to be with a strict airline. These are another fairly new purchase. I've been looking at these for a long time. I wanted to get some collapsible water bottles. So I bought these ones a couple of months ago, and then we used them on the cruise just as a bedside water bottle. And they worked really, really well. So looking forward to taking them Big thing about these is so if we go somewhere and need to get water while we're out and about or whatever, it's going to be fairly easy to do. This is another one that we've had probably since, I think we actually got this in 2013 after our first trip to Europe. We spent some time with friends from Australia in France, and we did a couple of day trips, and they had one of these. And I think we probably almost came home and bought one straight away. It's a pack and go backpack. We bought this from Kathmandu. I have got a link down in the description for a Kathmandu one. It's changed its shape a little bit and versatility, but I love this. They're really easy to use. You just pull it out, thread. The pocket that it's stored in becomes an outer pocket, and so it's actually quite well lined, that pocket, and then you end up with a great little pack, which is if you're going on a hike or you want to carry some extra water or going on a picnic, it's a bit more space and less stuff that needs to go into my Pacsafe handbag. Next I want to talk about an eye mask. Now this is one of Phil's. When I asked Phil what his essentials were, this has now become one of them. He's only been a convert in the last probably 18 months, probably 18 months, 2 years, where he has started travelling back over home on a red-eye overnight flight from Western Australia to New South Wales. So he finds this really helpful to help him sleep. The other day he said the plane actually landed and almost got to the gate before he woke up, and he didn't even realise it was daytime. That's how good it was. So the thing that he likes and is essential is little dips for your eyes, so he can blink when his eyes are open and he's settling in or whatever, and they just don't feel quite so restrictive around the eyes. We bought that one again at Big W, our local department store, so I have put a similar one in the description below, and check it out and let us know what you think of it. Do you use eye masks? Are you an eye mask person? I must admit I haven't tried one really yet. Another packable bag that I use is this little packable Oxford bag. I bought these a couple of years ago for the kids and that for Christmas. Over the years I've even given them to people who have been travelling as an extra bag. We've used them to bring dirty laundry home once upon a time. These are great. They just fold out. They are almost basically another bag, so if we needed it we can use it to get extra stuff home. The last item in our packing and comfort section is our Wndrd backpack. Now I actually got this for my 50th birthday with the photography kit, and if you want to see it in more detail and me explain it and all of that, check out this video here or down in the description where I unbox it and have a really good look at it. This is the 41 litre one, so it holds lots. At Christmas time when I was using it, I think we weighed it when we got home, and it was actually 13 kilos or something, so it was almost as heavy as the other bag that we were taking at the time. So it holds a lot. It holds a lot. Can I take a moment to invite you to subscribe to our channel? We're edging our way towards 1,000 subscribers, and we love sharing not just the things we use and learn about travel, but amazing destinations throughout Europe and Australia. Okay, let's talk about tech. We've got a lot to cover in this one, so we better keep it all organised. I love, love, love these tech organiser bags. It's got a pocket on the side that I put my big external hard drive in, and then inside there is lots of room for your cables and even your battery packs, a little pocket for you to store all your extras in. So it is a fantastic little thing. And even a couple of years ago, a friend popped in and she pulled one out of a handbag, and it was exactly the same one that she'd bought on Amazon as well, and she couldn't rave more about it either. And to go with those, these cable organiser things are great. These ones are Velcro, and you just slide this through here, you wrap it around the cable, and then they end up keeping everything tight and neat. So I've actually, like, we've colour coded ours, so green is anything odd. So this is like the Apple, the the watch chargers and my external hard drive. I did buy some of these rubber ones, just as a bit of a bonus. I didn't like them. They are very tight to use. They're small. They were hard to get on. Yesterday I tried to put one on something when I couldn't find my Velcro ones for a moment, and it snapped. The little tabby thing snapped off it. These are my new best friend for cable organisation. On cables, we love the IKEA phone charge cables. What do you use? What's your favourite go-to? Let us know down in the comments below. Speaking of iPhones and keeping them charged, this is the next thing. A magnetic cordless charger for your phone. This probably gives me 1.5 charges. This one's not overly fast, but it does get me out of trouble in a pinch if I need it. I got this for Christmas, well before Christmas, but for Christmas last year for our big trip. I love the fact that it's got a bit of a stand, so if you're watching something or reading something, you can sit down and let it charge while you take a moment. But I also do carry a full fast charger with a cable to charge my phone if I need it to while I'm out and about. Even in our Christmas trip last year, we were using just these adapters, which, you know, take up quite a bit of space when you've got to take multiple countries if you're doing Europe, and then you might do the UK as well. So I've bought one of these universal adapters to have a go with next time. So it's got just the one power plug for like sockets, so my computer or another little gadget that I'm going to show you in a minute, and then it's got USB ports and a USB-C port as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how we find that. The reason that we hadn't got one of those before was because a couple of years ago Phil bought 2 of these, and look at all of the USBs on here. So that just plugs into the adapter. You can plug in all your chargers and all of that. My biggest complaint about this, it works amazingly. This is a big blue light, so we end up having to cover it with something. Couldn't find anything exactly like this. I'm not quite sure where Phil got it from. We carry this JBL little speaker with us. We've probably carried this around since post-COVID. Full transparency, Phil actually got this as a gift from work one year, and it's great because I've got a great computer. It's a 17-inch screen, my laptop, for editing while we're on the road and stuff. But quite frankly, the speakers in it are rubbish. So this, if we watch a movie, this saves us and gives us something that's got a little bit more ounce about it. It's also good if you want to hook your phone up and listen to music or something, if you're just chilling in the afternoon in your accommodation and just having some time off. But if you're out in public and want to listen to something, or on a plane, we have Bose Over-Ear headphones. I do have Apple AirPods as well, but I find that they break my ears down, so we use these a majority of the time, and the noise cancelling is amazing. Phil again has had his for probably 5 years. I might have had mine about 18 months. We just love them. They're comfortable, they're easy to travel in. What do you use when you travel? Are you over the ear or inner ear, or do you just use the headphones the airline gives you? Let us know in the comments below, and have you got a recommendation of another brand that you trust and you like? Let's get on to flying and some of those essentials that I've sort of put into flying. You can use them anywhere, but let's have a look. I want to start with an RFID sleeve for your passport. I've had lots of other things in the past. I've even got a Pacsafe travel wallet that's RFID protected. Most bags and stuff that you do buy these days are RFID protected. I actually lost a travel wallet. That's a whole other story. But I bought this one as a cheap replacement. I don't use it a lot. It is handy, but I find that I just use other things. I find that when we use these, there's just that little bit more added level of security when you're carrying them. So, when you're going between passport control and security and, you know, getting ready to board the plane and you're standing in the departure area. You've got people milling around you. You don't know who's wandering around. Talk about identity theft all the time. If you've got these in your hands, as you get closer, it's so easy just to pull it out and open your passport, get everything scanned, and then as soon as you've done that, you just pop it back in there and you know that you're back in a covered sleeve. So I really love these RFID easy sleeves. Like, this is editing Kerryn popping in here just because I don't know how or why I did not realize until I was almost ready to hit export at the end of editing. I didn't mention an AirTag. An Apple AirTag. I go on and on about all these safety things and I hadn't mentioned an Apple AirTag. We use Apple AirTags in everything. We have one in my bag, in our backpacks or my carry-on, and both of us have one in our book through. We carry them all the time. So I'm going to link them in the description as well. They're a great little safety device. I don't know what I was or wasn't thinking when I recorded this. You might be asking then, Kerryn, why do you have a new one? It's because I threw one out by accident and I had to get a replacement one, and we haven't opened it because we haven't used that bag yet. And I want to talk about compression socks. Now, probably out of laziness, I didn't use them for a long time. But from our very first flight to Europe, every time we flew to Europe, I would spend the first week and a half, sometimes longer, with sore feet. My feet would ache. We'd end up buying new shoes. I think 4 trips we bought new shoes to try and compensate for the amount of pain that my feet were in. I do have issues with my feet that flying seems to irritate. In 2019, when we went over to the UK to see our daughter who was living there at the time, I wore a pair of compression socks. And I didn't have any trouble. I actually didn't even realise that I didn't have any trouble. Then last year when we did our trip to Ireland, I totally forgot. I'd been preaching to other people about wearing compression socks. And I'd even had a friend say, I'm so glad you told me about compression socks. My feet were so much better after the flight that she'd taken. And I didn't take them to Ireland. And again, I was back every night. My feet were aching, my feet were sore. So at Christmas time, we actually did a whole lot of stuff in preparation to try and get my feet in a good position. But we use compression stockings. Now, compression stockings from a medical point of view are a great thing, especially on a long haul flight, because they help with circulation. They help reduce swelling, which is a big trigger for my feet. And they just are amazing. But at Christmas time, I didn't have a problem at all. And so because we fly from Australia to Europe, when we usually have a changeover flight, so last year it was in Dubai, when we had a shower, I actually put on a fresh pair of compression socks. So I am back to being fanatical about compression socks for me, and if anybody else will listen who wants some comfort and wants to reduce the risk of deep vein thrombosis. Check out, I've got an article from a few years ago of a friend who had a medical emergency arriving in Qatar with a DVT. So check that out on our website. While I was editing this video and getting ready to publish it, while I was on Amazon researching and getting the links, I also did fall down that rabbit hole I was talking about, and my package arrived today instead of next week. So I'm going to open it and show you the things I have added so that, yeah, you know, I'm not just pulling your leg when I recommend things or suggest things, but I do actually buy them. This one, I'm going to open it, but it's actually a present for Phil. Can you the Alaska Bear bit? Yeah, that's it. So, you know how I was telling you we bought Phil's Eyemask at Big W? Well, while I was looking for one I could recommend to you guys online, I found this Alaska Bear one that actually the guys on... I'll put the name of the YouTube channel down there, and it is a new eye mask. So I'm going to take the camera, get Phil to open it, and get him to see if this one meets his specifications.
Let's have a look. New eye mask. Softly padded. It's black. Has to be black. I've tried other colours, but I just put too much light in. Feels nice and soft. It's best the only way to tell is to put it on, isn't it? Oh, that's total blackout. That's perfect.
Did I do good?
You did. Very
Good.
nice.
And the eye, you could blink and not be irritated?
It's got the indent for your eyes, which is what you need. Thank you, dear.
Okay, what else have we got? Now, I'm a bit skeptical about these, but I bought them, I thought I'd give them a try, see if they do help. I noticed that a couple of things get broken. They are the skins for your toiletry bottles and stuff like that. So for like your shampoo, when they don't, they're those latex skins that go over the top that's supposed to stop leakage. So these are an experiment. I'm going to try them. If you've tried them, let me know in the comments below what you think of them, whether you thought they were worth the money or not. To be honest, we've never had a leakage, but I just thought it's one of those just in case you never know items. And the lucky last thing, this one's not very exciting. Again, it's for the toiletries bag. They are fully enclosed toothbrush head protectors. So I've bought some of those. The ones we've got the air in. Hearing a lot of horror stories lately, so I thought let's go for some new ones. And that was my little Amazon haul for this week. If you found this helpful, I would invite you to hit the like button and let us know down in the comments below, what is your favourite travel essential? Did it make the list? And why should I look at it for next time if it didn't? I would love to hear real life examples of people using stuff that can look bright and shiny when you look at them on YouTube or on blogs or on Amazon. And if you want to hear more from us, check out this video here where YouTube's going to recommend to you a video they think you will enjoy next. Thanks for joining us. Travel brilliantly. Bye!